Happy Easter, brothers and sisters, and welcome to Lectors Training on Sunday Readings. Today we'll prepare for the readings of April 4, Easter Sunday. Just a few tips from our reference books. In the first reading, except for the first 6 words, the entire reading is spoken in the confident voice of Peter. Remember, Peter is making a speech. Put yourself in Peter's place and speak with all conviction about the truth and foundation of our faith. Look at the assembly when you say this. When you say this with confidence, not with pride. Build energy from preached and then more energy in testify. Look at the assembly when you end. First reading. A reading from the Acts of the Apostles. Peter proceeded to speak and said, "You know what has happened all over Judea, beginning in Galilee after the baptism that John preached, how God anointed Jesus of Nazareth with the Holy Spirit and power. He went about doing good and healing all those oppressed by the devil, for God was with him. We are witnesses of all that he did, both in the country of the Jews and in Jerusalem. They put him to death by hanging him on a tree. This man God raised on the 3rd day and granted that he be visible, not to all the people, but to us, the witnesses chosen by God in advance, who ate and drank with him after he rose from the dead. He commissioned us to preach to the people and testify that he is the one appointed by God as judge of the living and the dead. To him all the prophets bear witness that everyone who believes in him will receive forgiveness of sins through his name." The word of the Lord. Responsorial Psalm. The response is, "This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad." Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endures forever. Let the house of Israel say, his mercy endures forever. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. The right hand of the Lord has struck with power. The right hand of the Lord is exalted. I shall not die, but live, and declare the works of the Lord. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. The stone which the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. By the Lord has this been done. It is wonderful in our eyes. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. The second reading is short and requires slow reading. You will need to concentrate in order to exhort and convey Paul's enthusiasm and still read slowly. If then you are raised, means because you were raised up. Paul's tone is firm but encouraging. Appears refers to the second coming. Speak of it with enthusiasm, for then his glory will be our glory. Second reading. A reading from the letter of St. Paul to the Colossians. Brothers and sisters, if then you were raised with Christ, seek what is above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of God. Think of what is above, not of what is on earth. For you have died, and your life is hidden with Christ in God. When Christ your life appears, then you too will appear with him in glory. The word of the Lord. In case you will be asked to read the other reading, okay, just remember, this is also a short reading and requires a slower reading. Listeners are expected to know the answer to Paul's rhetorical question. You will become a batch of unleavened, that is, uncorrupted dough. Your energy rises on the second yeast clause. Employ retardando, gradually slowing down toward the end on the words of sincerity and truth. A reading from the first letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians. Brothers and sisters, do you not know that a little yeast leavens all the dough? Clear out the old yeast, so that you may become a fresh batch of dough, inasmuch as you are unleavened. For our Paschal Lamb, Christ, has been sacrificed. Therefore, let us celebrate the feast, not with the old yeast, the yeast of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. The word of the Lord. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Join me again next week for the readings of April 11, the second Sunday of Easter. It is also Divine Mercy Sunday. Until then, goodbye, God bless, and again, Happy Easter.